Hi everyone, welcome to this special anniversary episode of Hard Drops. Come into the frame, don't be shy. Nobody asked you for please behave yourself. Be a visitor. Welcome to this special anniversary episode of Hard Drops with Sales. Actually, sorry to easy. We are ready. So, welcome to this special anniversary episode of Hard Drops with Sales. For those who don't know, this is the man that married me. He's my husband, he's my roommate, he's my... He's my husband, he's my... I'm not going to hype him because before he did this episode, he has harassed me, threatened me, requested for bribe. I don't know. What was your job?
Special guest.
Well, anyway, today we want to do this episode in honor of our anniversary. We'll be answering some questions that I've written here. And also, please, I want to beg you to not make jokes. Please, this is a serious episode. I've just asked you not to make jokes. I'm doing peace sign. Please, this is a serious episode. Behave yourself. What did I say?
Behave yourself.
Oh my goodness. So we have some questions here that we'll be answering. But before we get into these questions, I want to give like a backstory of how we met. Some people asked how we met and how long we've been married and other things like that. So let's start with how we met. I'm going to let me say this because it's going to lie. So let me just say the truth because if we add things that did not happen. So I was in 200 level.
1 second. Before you proceed, let them know that you saw me and you fell in love.
That is not true.
You saw me on boxers and you fell in love. Don't worry.
That is not true. That is a lie. So I'm going to say the truth. What really happened? How we met?
Did you see me or not?
I saw you. But I didn't fall in love with you the day I saw you. Can I give the backstory or not?
No, you have to show.
So I was in 200 level. I was attending Living Word Fellowship at the time, and we went for outreach in church, basically inviting people to. Is that one a lie?
No, it's not. What did I do?
So we went out to invite people to church, and then I went to his hostel. I didn't go alone, obviously. We went with other people, and I saw this young man there wearing only boxers. I was like, can't you wear a shirt or something? But I mean, we had to put Jesus, love only. You had one pack, and it was a super pack. Please let's proceed. You didn't have any 6 packs. Those who don't know, I will not say more than that. So I went to invite him to church and he was scoping me and I was like, this guy does not have focus. Obviously, he's being distracted. But I mean, I'm a fine girl. I was a fine girl and I'm still a very gorgeous, beautiful. Anyway, let's just say this thing fast. So yes, that's how we met, and then I invited him to church, even though he did not come. But then I think I attended once or twice.
Yes, now.
But he didn't stay. He went to another church, which is fine. I mean, as long as Jesus is
sharing donut and pork.
He followed donuts. But at least he went with Jesus. That's the most important thing. So over the course of the years, we'll just maybe randomly bump into each other on campus. Oh, how are you? How have you been? And I think so. He got my number from our mutual friend, David Adeshino, and then we started talking. Then we now had this 6-month strike where everybody had to be home. I didn't want to go home initially because I was like, it will just be 2 weeks. I hadn't been with you. I went home. All the while, he was stalking my DP because then there was no WhatsApp status. It was just DP. He was stalking my DP. He would be looking at my DP every day and night. He could not eat. He could not breathe. He could not function in life. So that's how he was smitten by me, by the glory that I am.
I will not be smitten in Jesus'
name. My answer is that's how he liked me, and I mean I liked him as a human being. But then in 300 level, we just kept seeing each other on campus randomly, just hello, hi, how are you? Then in 400 level, I had to leave maintenance. It's like an estate. Those who went to Ife, they know maintenance. And then I moved to that big home. I left maintenance, right? So I wanted to move to Damiko because I heard the lights 24 hours. It's very fine. The houses, they are beautiful. I went there. I moved to Damiko. I got a nice place. It was a self-con. I even called carpenter that I should come and help me do one fine this night. I saw on Pinterest that year. One fine. I ended up doing it at that first house actually. She had one fine wardrobe. Whatever.
You knew what I was saying.
Oh God, will you let me?
You knew what I was saying.
I did not know at the time. So I moved to Damiko. Let me just move. I moved to Damiko, right? And then I went to school one day. I came back. It had rained and my whole house was flooded. Like my bed was soaked, my mattress. I hadn't done the
My
whole.
God of Noah will cause the flood to bring the ark to me.
I don't. Whatever that means.
Continue.
So the house was flooded. I went to meet the landlord, sir. As you can see, I can't live here. So he returned my rent, and then I was just at that point I was desperate. Like school had already started, and I didn't have a place to stay. So we just found this house. Toluwashe, my friend. We were just looking for houses up and down because it was already dying minutes. I couldn't even live with her because she already had a roommate, and I just needed like my own place. So we just found this place. They hadn't even finished it. I was like, let me just pay to secure the place. So I paid, and then after like a week, I was living with Toluwashe. After like a week, but am I lying?
I'm not lying now. I'm admiring you now.
After like a week, I moved in, and I discovered that he was my neighbor. I was like, small world. I didn't even know you live here.
So small.
I was in
After the
21.
flood.
I was in number 20. He was in 22, right? Was it 22 or 21? 21. But there was a church between us.
That one will get on.
That one again. Wow, 20.5. Anyway, so I became his neighbor, and then we didn't have water. We had light, but we didn't have water. So I used to go to their house to fetch water. That's the truth. But he would tell his friends that I came to their house to look for him. I came to look for water, please. They had water and they had toilet that used to flush.
And all my
used
that used to warm, that used to go and drop from the gas when I'm bathing.
So, for example, as a human being, my mother is a kind woman. My father is a kind man. I inherited kindness from them.
Oh, yeah.
So that day, I went to use their bathroom. I was waiting for somebody to finish, and I saw a steel on the gas, and I had to off it that let the steel not burn. As a Christian, I just did my own for God because I do not have any mind of beating him.
At first, I thought it was a coincidence. I now put another food on fire to warm,
which I did not know.
She dropped it again.
Because why would you allow your neighbor's food to burn? Are you not a Christian?
But another guy's food burnt that day.
I do not see. There were two kitchens in that house. You know what? On Judgment Day, we will know the truth. I know the truth, but on Judgment Day, we will know the truth also because anyway. So that's how we had
close to your house.
Which way? It was not in our household that we still stroke far to come and fetch.
You can't use well.
Why will I go to well? I'm a soft girl. I don't suffer.
No, it's fine.
I choose enjoyment. So I used to go to their house to fetch water and use the toilets because they had the proper toilets. We didn't have the proper toilets. Anyway, that's how we started talking. Then one day he had a test to prepare for, and I think I was going to a friend's hangout or house party or something. So he said, and they didn't have lights. Yes, because their lights blew. She did not have lights. So I said, okay, I live alone. Just take the key to my room. I can read there. Whatever. I was just being kind. In all this is notice my kindness. I don't mind the shame. Okay. And then so he had a test to prepare for. I gave him the key to my room. He was my neighbor,
And she gave me the key to her heart. They play.
I gave him the key to my room innocently. Like I said, kindness is in our family. And then I went to my hangout and I came back. This human being, he went through I gave him my laptop in all honesty. Like, okay, just take, if you need entertainment or anything, this is my laptop, watch anything you want to watch. He was not going through all my write-ups. All the things that I had written, he was not saying, he was not, this. Anyway, so that's how then later on he asked me out. I was like, I don't know. I spoke to my friend Tolani at the time because I just been through some shaking in the hands of one boy that I thought loved me. I did not love me. So I was like, I was sure doubting his intentions because I was like, boys, they do usually lie, but let's just see how it goes. And Tolani was like, just give it some time. If he's lying, you would find out, and then you can always say no. So we started being friends. I kind of got to like him when I knew the kind of person he was. He used to make me laugh a lot. He still makes me laugh till today.
But she agreed. 1 week after, I started mixing flour. They brought flour for me to go to church. On my
because
back like this.
please,
Almost.
wait, if your girlfriend bakes cakes as a student,
And you
what's
go.
wrong in you helping her to mix a little bit of flour?
And I was checking cake. He said
And
you
when
put
the
the
cake
spoon inside the cake.
if it comes out dry.
So
So didn't you learn something from our
I
relationship?
know now.
Didn't you eat out of the cake when
And
I finished
I
making
know
it?
it.
Aki.
I was mixing icing sugar. I was now putting sprinkle one by one.
Did you eat cake or not?
Small.
Small. Our friend Akin knows the truth. Anybody that knows Akin should ask him if he did not eat cake, not even cake, cakes,
Small.
cookies, donuts, oríṣiríṣi ló máa ń jẹ nígbà yẹn. But
try.
whatever. So he used to help me bake and all of that while we were in school. But then at the time, I still had unresolved trust issues and unresolved daddy issues basically that I was dealing with. So I did not trust him. I just felt like this was too good to be true. This guy is hiding something. He can't be this sweet. He can't be this nice. So I broke up with him. And he went
to Andrew. I did not just talk to her for 6 months. And we're living beside each other.
But I would see him, I would say hi, because I just felt like it can't be true.
Sister.
It can't just be true. Like I just did not believe. I just didn't trust that he had good
You
intentions
can't
for
hurt me and tell me how to feel.
That's my line. But moving on, so that's the backstory. Oh, okay. So after then, we left school.
You left school?
Oh yes,
I was in school.
Yeah, because I was in 400, he was in 300, and then I left school. But then the truth is, I didn't really leave school because I had an extra year. But then I wanted to run away. My mommy found out, and then she was like, "It doesn't matter, even if you failed, it doesn't matter. Just go back and just manage to finish." But then I had stopped talking to him, and then he just didn't really know about all those things. Then so he went on to service. I was back in school.
Talking to you.
But I didn't tell. Did I tell you?
You did not tell me.
I didn't tell him about the school failure and all that, but then he would always check on me. I would just be like, this guy, why are you calling me? Have you not moved on? He was smitten, guys. Smitten.
Nibo.
Anyway, so he always checked on me, always. Even when I was dating other boys, he would check on me. I don't know if you knew or not, Sha, but he would just check on me. He would just call me, my sister, how are you? How have you been? Whatever, he would always check on me when he was in service. I knew where he was serving and all of that. And then fast forward to 2021. 2020, even during lockdown, he was always checking in on me. 2021, my brother had a wedding in Lagos, so I came to Lagos because his wife's family was in Lagos. And then he just called me one Wednesday morning. How are you? How is Abuja? I said, Abuja is fine, but I'm actually in Lagos. He said, that's nice. So that can we see? And I just said yes. Like I didn't even know why I said yes. I just got out of a relationship at that time. I was dating someone and then God told me to end the relationship in December.
My Lord will fight for me.
Let me say the story.
See another.
So God told me to end the relationship in December. And I was like, this
God
guy is a good guy. He didn't do anything.
Have you forgotten? The God of Lord.
Can I say this story?
Continue.
I was telling God, like, this guy didn't do anything wrong. Like, why do you want me to break up? And just said, break up with him. He's not your husband. I was like,
when they know the real owner.
Oh God, if you should interrupt me again, you give me 100K.
He's just a gatekeeper.
If you interrupt me again, you give me 100K.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm about to get rich, so I know you will interrupt me. So I broke up, I cried, he pained me. I told my friend, I say, you people must comfort me because I'm going through pains. And that was in December, January. And so this was March, my brother's wedding. And then he just called me that day. He said we should just meet up. I was like, okay, no problem. As an old friend I hadn't seen in a while. And then we went to Ocean Basket, right? Yeah, so we went to Ocean Basket. Well, what's wrong with you? So the first day we didn't actually go, I just saw him outside. Like, whatever. And then the second day, I prayed.
First day was Ocean's Basket.
No, was it the first day?
Yes.
That was a Wednesday.
That was the day I called you and you said, you stay at Ogba.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just passed now, let's see this evening.
Yeah.
I'll send my driver and
he's a lie, you know, he's driver.
I said you pay for the food. And he said yes.
He's driver. Anyway, we shall had the dates. We had the hangouts. It wasn't a date, please. It was not a date.
And they bring food inside fry pan.
As I was saying, we shall hung out that night and then we started talking. Like then I was like, okay, so I still like this guy.
Yeah.
So I shall now had to discard all the people that I was talking to at the point that I didn't tell, of course, even no talking stage now. She just quietly exclusive that I already knew that it's like I'm going to get back with this guy. So I had to excuse that I didn't want to, string anybody along, and now they end up saying that she's a scam, she cheated on me. I like to clear the air. And then we started dating officially in April, at the end of April or so.
No.
It was after that Tapa Day time now. After Tapa Day, that's when we started dating. Yes, no.
Already.
Clarify.
Not that
Clarify.
kind of,
Oh, really?
where
Like I liked you and you liked me too. I write to my mommy that
There's a
I
relationship
like
you
somebody
enter
that
that they don't need to ask you out. We have already once you have entered, I don't know.
Anyway, so we shall. This is really getting long now. We shall started dating like end of April, and then in May he said he wanted to marry me. I was like, if you truly want to marry me, you go and see my parents. And he said okay. So he went to see my parents, went to ask for their blessing, and my parents agreed. Basically, I don't even know why they liked him so immediately. Well, so they shall liked him. I don't know why, but I mean here we are. And then my brothers liked him too, which is very strange. Here we are, Sha. 2 years later. So he proposed in July, and then we got married in August. And what was that? What else? So that's the back story. Thank you all for listening. So we have a couple of questions that we want to answer. We'll both be answering. If I'm going to describe Dotun, I would say he's kind, I would say he's driven, and I would say he's funny. Yeah, those two things. But I think the kindness really stood out to me because it was rare to find somebody who genuinely cared about me, like no hidden intentions. Although he had the intention of marrying me, I didn't know at the time. I thought he was just being a nice person.
Oh, you forgot that I would marry you because they actually.
Actually, he did. Oh my goodness, he did. And I was like, man, all they do is lie.
I will marry you.
All they do is lie. I was in 1 year level. I was just ending. I don't know how I used to meet all this. I don't blame them. I blame myself for having poor taste. But I was still dragging one situationship at the time. The boy was showing Pepe. I was also showing him Pepe. Anyway, so I'll describe him as kind. I'll describe him as driven. He's driven. Like when he has his eye on a goal, that's not even what it means. When he has his eye on a goal, he would not relent until he achieves it. I've seen it in his work. I've seen it in our family. When we say we are going to do something, we get it done. He encourages me a lot because I'm more of a let me take my time to plan, to arrange. But he 4:40, he's gone, and he's funny. He makes me laugh like effortlessly. I'm just not in a bad mood when I'm around him, except he annoys me. But then he will still find a way to make me laugh and apologize, and then we move on. I'm really, really grateful for that, Sha. So yeah, 3 words to describe me.
You're a very sweet person.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Carry on.
You're a very kind person.
Aww.
I don't know that someone can care for me like this. You know where I come from.
Poki.
That's how we show ourselves love. Like
Poki.
What is that?
Rugged.
How will you do? Say you know it's fighting. Fight.
Fight.
For
the streets.
I say, she can say go. I can see somebody six like this. Somebody kind, yeah. She's also kind, and I know that somebody can love me like this. In your trenches, they play.
I have nothing to say. What's the third word? You said sweet, kind,
and loving.
And loving. Oh, okay. Thank you. Your mom is going to watch you this thing.
So did I say
tread carefully. Okay, so one thing, let me start. One thing I want to do differently from my parents is I want to resolve conflicts differently. So growing up, I didn't witness a lot of fights, but the ones I witnessed, I just felt like it could have been handled differently. I feel like over time, when I was younger, I didn't know why they used to fight, but now that I'm older, I know why. They were not willing to tolerate each other's differences. They were kind of like, it's just like when an extrovert marries an introvert and you want to try to change your partner to be like you. I think that was a major issue, and although there were other issues, but I feel like the major thing was not being able to accept each other's differences. So I took it very personal. So when we first got married, I will always remind him, I'm not like you. Don't try to make me like you. Me too, I'm not going to force you to be emotional and sensitive and soft like me. I don't even want you to be that. Just be yourself. Just love me and I will love you too. And then, so we remind each other constantly that we are different and it is okay. Don't try to force your partner to be like you. God brought us together for a reason. He's all wise, he's all knowing, and he knows what is best for us. So don't try to turn your partner into what you think is the best. So I think that's what I would do differently, and resolving conflicts as soon as possible and not interfering, like not bringing people into our matter. Yeah, I think those are things I would do differently. How about you?
All I do, is it me or what? I want
like what you would do differently from your parents?
For my parents, that I should ask, how much is in your account? Yes.
What does that mean?
My own father. If my mother says she don't have money, even though I know there's money there, you will just say, yeah, that's fine. Me, I want to see it, show me evidence. That's the only thing. Aside that,
so like financial accountability. So the thing is, so one thing I've noticed is he doesn't like when I have money, even though I'm not going to use it. He just likes to know that I have money saved up somewhere, so that if for any reason he cannot come through for me at any point in time, I have something to hold on to. He doesn't like the idea of a woman being dependent all the time on her husband. Like, so if he's not available, she can't get anything. He doesn't like that. So I think I get where that is coming from, and I've learned it. I know I have. Before I didn't have savings, I was like, well, one day at a time, as we go, we go. But now I actually have savings, and that's thanks to him. So please get out. Okay, so I think what we do that works well for us is still goes back to our differences. We are managing each other very well. So I'm not a very, like, I know how many friends I have, and my people that are my friends know that they're my friends, and he is more social, he's more extroverted than I am, and I'm more introverted. So we are just one thing that is working for us is balancing our strengths and weaknesses. He is the financial guru. He knows how to make money, multiply money, all of those things. I'm learning that from him. I'm more emotional and sensitive. He's learning that from me, how to just be more sensitive to people's needs and all that. Before, it was what's that word, that guru, like, it's just I will tell you what is on my mind. I don't really care how you feel. But now he's stopping to say, okay, how would this person feel if I say this or if I act like this? So now
I decided that I'll not even tell anything. I know they advise anybody. Before is what you want to hear, I'll tell you. Now
I will not tell you anything.
I'll never tell you anything.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. So that is working well for us, just managing our differences basically, because as much as we have things in common, we still have our differences, because at the core of our persons, we are different. I am more melancholy and he's more sanguine and choleric.
It's plenty now.
Yeah. So there are many memories that I have or that I hold there. Let me see. But I would say one of the ones I like, funny enough, is just very random. Like very, very random. One time when we were in school, you were at my place at Ede Road, Festac. And then we were just dancing to this song, this rapper, Kiss Daniel. Yeah. So I just look back on that night when we were just dancing in the room, just listening to the music and just, we just.
And as the day that I offended, I don't play the song.
I didn't even know. So that in our played song that day, I was not like, it now made me remember that day. So.
What's my favorite?
Ladies, beware! Don't let your man know your favorite song. He will use it against you.
My favorite memory is the one where you used to come and knock.
Oh yes. So there was a time where I don't know why. Honestly, I don't even know why I was
so. She cannot sleep.
This is a lie. So I find it hard to sleep sometimes at night, and I just noticed that maybe it's because I'm sleeping alone. So. When I try 11, I've not slept. 12, I've not slept. Okay, let me just go and please. Can I talk? So when I notice like it's already getting past midnight and I still can't sleep, I would then go to his room, but he would have locked the front door. So I will now go to his window and knock. Then he will come and open the door for me. Then I will now go and sleep in his room.
Or you will sleep.
I will sleep.
Call me Dr. Sleep. Call me Dr. Sleep.
It's over. So yeah, let's move on. We don't look up to any we don't look, of course there are people that we admire, that we like, but I can't say we look up to any couple, because the truth is they are not like us. They are not like us in most ways. Of course there are things you admire, or maybe you like how you like their family values. So for example, his boss, who is also his mentor, we admire their family relationship, how they are close knit with their children. They have 2 children and they are close knit, and the man he's also someone like him, very hardworking, very driven, and he takes care of his family well. So I would say there are people that we look up to and we admire them. Yeah, but because you really never know what goes on in anybody's family, you cannot say this is what you want to emulate.
Yeah. Because
there are things that work for them that may not work for us, that we would even think is a problem, but for them, they're very okay with it. So I don't think there's anything that we look up to, but there are things that we definitely admire about them.
Every time now. Every time.
Okay, so I would say, of course, I feel loved by you. Yeah, every time. But there are times when I just look back and I'll be like, it's true. This man loves me. Like, even if so, he's not a verbal, what's that word? He doesn't say I love you, but he shows me. No, not like he don't say it at all. But you're not the type that would just be saying, I love you. He doesn't send me poem or any of those things. But
I can send
I know
equations.
You can send me
equations and figures.
So yeah, he's not like a very verbal person, like I love you kind of person, but he shows me in his actions that he loves me. So last year I was in the hospital for some days, and it's not like it was him taking care of me that was the sign of love, but it was how present he was. Like, he was in the middle of work, he was in the middle of many other things, but he was still there. Exams at the time, and he was still present with me. Sorry about
I passed now. I passed
this year. He did. He got the exam again this year and he passed. So it's just like, I would say, the many times when I feel very low or I'm just not myself, and he just comes in with something. You can just tell that, I'm not happy or I'm not in a good mental space. And I would say those times are when I feel most loved by him. Or when he comes home and he says, you can just tell that I've not had a good day, and he will just spare some minutes to just like comfort me. And
that comfort.
I'm not going to say, don't worry, I'm not going to say it, but there are just many times when I feel very loved by him, when he reminds me that these things are not so important, focus on this and that and that. Let's move on. I'm getting emotional now. I would say traveling.
Bath together. Because they say my hand doesn't touch my
back. Bath to? But your hand doesn't touch your back. If you're being honest, your hand does not touch your back. Put your hand.
See now.
What? Yeah. Put your hand where my hand is. See. Whatever. It doesn't touch his back. So I would say traveling together.
Bathing together.
I like when we travel together. I like when we see new places together, when we just enjoy new places together. Really, I like traveling.
And as long as there's bedroom there, bath together.
Yeah, so traveling together.
When I say love at first sight, is this one I'll marry?
For him, I knew that I loved him when I started feeling very vulnerable with him. Like back then in school, like example, when I was saying earlier that if I couldn't sleep, I would just go to his room and I would be able to sleep. Let me hear word.
Doctor sleep.
Let me hear word. So when I felt very vulnerable with him, he was the first person I told that I failed in school. I also told him that I failed the course. I didn't tell him, like, I think I failed like 3 or 4 courses that semester in my 300 level. So I told, he was the one I told, and he was just like, it doesn't matter, I still think you're very intelligent, you're very bright, you can always rewrite your exams and you would pass it again. I was like, you just believe in me, that even me that I feel like I've failed in life, like I can never make it again. But he never He never thought that about me. He always made me feel like no matter what, you are still the best.
But don't lie. Between me and you, who hear English?
What's we hear English? What's the meaning of we hear English?
Between me and you, who can give public speech?
I can.
So so tell me how you are not more intelligent than me. Who used to write for me? big grammar text message. Who used to write for me?
Me. Anyway, so I'm just going to move on and say that I felt loved by him, or when I would say when I knew that I loved him was when I felt safe and vulnerable with him, and I could just tell him whatever was wrong with me, and because he would not judge me, or he would not say, this is your problem, oh garagon. He would always make me feel better, and he's actually a solution provider to things. Okay, so this is the problem. Okay, so what do we do? Me, I want to just romance the problem. He wants to solve the problem. There's no time. So yes, I feel very safe with him, and I know that when I'm ever in trouble, he's the first person I can call. Like the first day that they wanted to kill me inside traffic, that they dragged my neck like this 1-2 brother wanted to kill me inside traffic.
Well, I've given you the
so he had given me some OT, like if I ever in traffic, if I ever in like a robbery situation, this is what you should do. And I did, and I was like, I called him immediately. I said, see what you told me to do. And
keep the car in front.
So they were it's a long story, but they were already grabbing my neck. I just say no more. Accelerator, I hit the car in front of me.
Put it on reverse.
The guys came out. Everybody down. So the tipper behind me started thief, and the guys ran away. So it's a very resourceful.
But if I had caught those guys, I would gun them down.
You don't even have a gun.
Don't worry, easy.
We move on. Cruise.
Vibes.
Vibes. Okay, vibes. Yeah. I would say communicating, like just say what is on your mind. Don't assume your partner knows. And I feel like once you just talk about something, you can always resolve it. Unlike when you are just hiding it within you, when you have hidden resentments, or when they are saying, he doesn't care, he doesn't love me. Talk, open your mouth and talk. If after talking there's still no solution, you now say, okay, this is truly a problem. So I would say yes, communicate, talk to your partner about how you feel, about whatever you are thinking. Because if you don't talk, how would they know? There are times when he's saying something has happened during the day, and I'm like, I was not there, I did not know, I didn't have that information. So how would you expect me to react, the way you wanted me to react? And you'll be like, okay, it's true. And then we apologize to each other, and then we move on from that. I would improve. I don't know. Not like we are perfect or we have all our issues figured out yet, but I would say we should just continue making excuses for each other. Don't ever get to the point where you say, but you should have known. Obviously, they don't know, because this person has lived a whole life before you. So just give them that allowance to say, okay, he's a human being, he forgot, he made a mistake, or she's a human being, she messed up today, it's fine, she will do better tomorrow. So I don't think you should let one argument now make your partner look like a bad person. Like that's how you always do. They are this, they are that. They are also human beings, and they make mistakes too. So don't I would say we need to just keep making excuses for each other and keep giving allowances for each other, because I would offend you. There's not even if. When I offend you, I would want you to communicate with me or forgive me. Sometimes you don't even have to mention every issue. Just forgive them. You can't always make an issue and say, that's how I did that day. That's how I Sometimes just forgive without even bringing it up. So I would say yes. I think that's it for me. How about you? Something we need to improve on.
You follow that one.
This is well.
There's anything I would have done with it
I can't think of anything that I want us to do that we haven't done yet. I can't think of anything. I know that thing that they used to do, that they will climb this thing. That's what they used to do. That will be, it's just skydiving.
She is because she's not going to Singapore.
No, there's one that you said you don't like. They're always saying, Nemi, Nibo,
Then
That one that you just tie you like you not throw you down
I
to
will
the
still do it.
You will do it.
But let me see 3 or 5 people do it first.
But we've been seeing videos now. People
Yeah,
have been doing
video
it.
Jerry. Let me see first. And that one, obviously, if I get to where you can do it, I'll do it now.
So, Sha, that's.
But you go first.
My husband. Are you not the head of this family? You lead by example.
I'm a feminist.
Wow.
Equal rights, equal opportunity.
Wow. But the Bible says.
Calm down.
Hello. The Bible says.
Level playing field for everybody.
Ladies, beware the kind of man you marry.
And have you forgotten what he said?
What did I say?
Foxy says, ladies first. So you jump first.
So not like he's jumping, it's ladies first though. Abi, if they are sharing money now.
I only say ladies first. Because I don't money will still come to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's episode. Thank you for, even though he harassed me with these glasses that you were, I think not to be. He said no, he's a special guest. He's a Geneko.
As an artist, I want to enter music industry.
Please, I beg you, do it. I beg
currently,
you.
I'm managing an artist. Watch out for us in that space. Zamo Fire.
Where did you put fire in this boy's name now?
Don't worry.
You don't just Zamura, it was only Zamo Fire.
Zamo Fire. Currently I'm here setting up stage for him. Yeah, about to shut down Ghana. You know, we spoke yesterday, an extensive call. So we are going to be having our show sometimes in November, first week in November. So you guys should watch out for that space.
Please, it's not. Please just focus on the work you are doing. I beg. Don't add music to this thing, please. Yeah, thank you for
$6
watching.
Singing. What is this thing that I cannot sing?
Please don't sing. Please focus on where God has called you. Just stay in where you are.
Don't worry, Zamo, we have a track together.
And
then I'm watching this. The manager says,
"Sure, I don't do video.
One track.
Don't do video. Even if you sing, don't do video.
You will not dance.
Ew! That's what I'm trying to avoid.
All you need to do is hold share. Doing like this.
I'm doing like this. with your back touching gun.
Because of where I'm sitting, no
It's a lie. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode or to listening to today's episode. I think we covered everything we wanted to cover. Yeah. So, all right, that's it. Thank you.
No soft drink for us.
Soft drink, bawo.
No.
Drink wine.
All the shows that I used to see, they used to give honorarium to special.
I will give you juice in the fridge. We have juice for you. We have juice for you.
So I have to be in Chinese TV now. I have
Chinese TV. There's no Chinese TV in Ghana.
No, it's online something. See, I told you people are booking my time.
Who is? I'll give you juice. Thank you guys for watching and for listening today. Happy anniversary to us.
God bless you.
Tomorrow.
God bless you.
What's God bless you, Brian?
Yeah, peace.
Even because God told me some things. Honestly.
God said no waiting create now.
Honestly.
Special creation Sunday.
Alright, thank you once again for the last time. Please share this link with your friends on YouTube, on Instagram, all your podcasts
on top of my bio.
On top of your bio. Alright guys, bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Put it there. See link on my bio. Yes, is that what we used to do? We content creators.
See link
on top of my bio.
I feel on top of my bio.